that is related to our life, that is related to our health and disease, and along with our energy medicines. I have taken this topic only to make us and make more belief on the homeopathic system of the medicine. This is very important for us to understand this subject so that we can have a very deep faith and understanding into the way homeopathic medicines work. Until we have the understanding that who we are, whom we are treating, and what is to be treated, and how it has to be treated, and how the life forms, and what is the unifying factors, and what are the destroying factors. All these things are related for the totality understanding of the human life, as well as the health, as well as the disease, and the medication system. Friends, this is unifying concepts. It is very important for our life building process. We are used to have integrated approach for the life. Life begins with small cells, and it gradually start collecting, unify all the elements from the universe and make it give a structure and forms for our life. So whole of the human race, right from the inception, they are curious about how we have existed and who has created us. These are important things that we are usually carrying in our mind. It is right from the beginning that we are thinking about why we are born, why we are living, and what is the purpose. These questions has kept us bounded and thinking more about the life. Life which is observed, and what are the dimensions of your life, and what are the limitations. The limitation is that it starts from your birth and it ends with your death. And this is the only period when you experience the state of your life, and that is divided into two parts, that is health and the disease. So various philosophy, they have seen life not bounded by the birth and death. For our medical purpose, for our clinical purpose, it is important because our observations and our understanding is limited between the birth and the death. And beyond that, there are many philosophy, like in the Indian philosophy, like in some of the Swedenborgian philosophy, the existence, life continues even after the death. But we as a physicians, we as a clinicians, we have to limit our thoughts within the birth and the death. Explanations of the life and its relation with the living organism always remain the domain of metaphysics. Yet, it is necessary of its application in practice compelled ones to think and discuss about the casual way. See, people used to say that it is not a matter for our practical life. But I say, and in the day-to-day life, when the problem are there, oh God save me, why you are calling the God? Why you are talking about the God when you think that God is not there, when you think that there is no metaphysical things are there? So that's why we have to develop a consciousness understanding for the way we are thinking. And it is a changing pattern. We have to change the way we think about the life. We have to change the way we think about the disease, and we have to change the way we okay. So there are the participants who are entering, so in between there are the interruptions. Okay. A speculation about the essential nature of life belongs to the domain of matter, whereas observation and systematizations of knowledge is regarding to the perceptible phenomena of life come under the science. So there is a philosophy and the science. The both cannot be separated, because science and philosophy. When you think about the things, you have to think from. When you think about the God, your imaginations goes the faces of the human beings. The faces of the human beings. This is important things that we have to keep into our understandings. We do not observe life. What we observe then? we observe only the properties of the living organism. And the property, the elements, the chemical, the substances, that is only observable, that is only visible. But what about when we talk about the life? So non-living entity and the living entity, they combine together. So nothing is separate. Nothing is separate. It is at one time they combine and other time they disintegrate. This is the continuous phenomena that keeps on going on in this universal pattern and within our life also. There exists a wide gap between the science and the science of life and metaphysical subjects. Properties of living organisms are observed and many facts made known and constituted towards the systematization of human knowledge. Yet they are often constrained with the explanations why. This question is very important, why. As a practical person, what we have to do, we have to concern with the scientific aspect of the life. That's why most of the people, they don't believe in the homeopathy. That's why most of the people, they don't believe in the potentized medicines of the medicines and also the miasmatic concepts of our homeopathy. Many phenomena of sickness and life cannot be explained only in the term of materialistic point of view. And still today, even after so much advancement of the science, it is not possible to explain everything. So we have to think in a metaphysical way. In absence of explanations of life, facts one get obstructed in making the existing knowledge. So phenomena of birth and the death explains the continued process of integration and disintegration. Where what happens with the birth? Single cell is there and it starts attracting other cells, other elements to constitute a multicellular animal. So every moment elemental cycling keeps on going in maintaining the balance. Every moment we are getting unified and at the same time something is getting dissociated. I am trying to make you explain like this, like this, only because I have to explain the medicines also, I have to explain the disease also. So integration is a life building process. But even after getting dissociated and the disintegration is required for keeping an equational balance. Why the things goes away? Only to maintain a balance. And even after getting dissociated, every elements remain unified. When the things are getting separated from our life, when your hair gets out from your life, what happens? It retains the connectivity, it is not destroyed as long as there are the quantum unifications is there, quantum value property is there. So we have to understand the quantum value of the elements. Quantum value means the thing within which we can, the property are existing. If the property of the hair are existing, they have acquired the consciousness of the human life. So even after getting separated, they remain unified. So that's why thoughts on transmitting the medicines from a distance is not something absurd thought. It is just a very conscious thought and very natural thought for our understanding. Journey of present life begins with all the instinct of past inherited life. And what are there in the chromosomes from your parents? What we have received? We have acquired some information from the parents. And those parents' informations are carried on and life remains unified with the ancestors also. So we are unified with our ancestors. We have inherited the things and we are continuing it. And we will be transferring to our next generation. So there is a continuity is existing everywhere. Millions, we have to understand this philosophy also. Millions of sperm trying to fertilize a single ovum. Only one succeeds. And what happens? A sperm cells unified with eggs to bring a new sense of completeness in the life. Why there is a unification? Unification is to bring a sense of completeness. Why we think every time we are working, why we are working, why we are active, why we have the mental thoughts, why we have the physical digestions and physical property? Only because we feel, there are the sensation that we are incomplete, and to make the complete, this is the basic concept for all our universal pattern. So, and after the birth, you were in the wombs, you were in a prison cell, and after the birth, it is getting again dissociated from the mother's womb. Now you are separated, but do you feel that you are separated from your mother? No, you remain attached with the mother at the emotional plane, and this emotional plane unifies and keeps maintains a wave linking between the mother and the child. Man is an object to a far larger number of the disease, subject to a far larger of disease than animals, who are born with a secret knowledge of the remedial means for the individual enemies of life, instinct which man does not possess. We are called intellectual persons, we are the emotional persons, but still we are becoming more susceptible to the disease, whereas the animals and the lower animals, they don't have many type of the diseases. Why? Because they have the secret understanding about the remedial means. We have to learn, we have to acquire. God has done something wrong with us. We have to find out, we have to search, we have to utilize our mind. But animals, they don't utilize their mind. They have the instinct. You can see the dog searching for some herbs when they have the diarrhea, and they get better. But we have to select, we have to search. This is the difference between the animal and the man. Vital principle reminds mind and body are unified aspects. What is vital principle? This is a mind and body are unified aspects. A mind that indestructible itself, it cannot be destructed, is capable of creating for its tenement its frail animal nature more powerful means for its sustenance, protection, defense, and comfort that any one of the substance most favored creature can boast of having derived directly from the nature. We are empowered, and that's why we say we are like the embassy. We are like the embassy for the God. We are the representative of the God. We are performing the activity of the God. What are the properties of the life force? Hahnemann has rightly written many of the things about it. The living body is endowed with sensation, function, and power of self-preservation within optimum limits and reproduction. And in the healthy condition of man, there is a state of ease and comfort with regard to both sensation and function carried out by. We all understand this as you move back. Life in human organism is just like a consciousness floating in the vast unconscious universe. For life, consciousness is the limit and experience of universe. Susceptibility. Now what is susceptibility? Is the general capability of the organism to receive impressions. Now again here, this word is very important. Receiving the impression or the power of the organism to react to the stimuli. It is one of the fundamental attributes of life upon which depend all the vital process. Mild. It runs parallel to the life. It is a typical coexistence with the human human way of existence and its specific purpose. Disease unify within the life. Now what happens when the disease, they get combined with the life. Health and disease thus become a inseparable aspect of the life. That's why Dr. Hahnemann's concept of the miasma, the sora, the mother of the all disease, we are born with the sora because of the unified aspect and the pattern, that the susceptibility that we have within us. So concept of medicine is to dissociate the disease from the medicine. And why we need medicines? We have to dissociate the disease. We have to remove the disease from the medicine. So medicine promotes unifying with energy retained power towards the healthy feelings. Medicines get unified with the life to bring disintegration with the disease. This is the property of the medicine. And process of unification takes place from vital plane towards the physical plane. Science is advancing ahead and has broken many of the conceptual image, yet it feels suffocated when it limits within itself. Facts about beyond the limits of science are often rejected. Thus frustrated attempts are made only to justify oneself. We are justifying. I am trying to justify myself. This is the only way that and only things that is available for us at present. During the life, elements get unified. At the same time, they get dissociated. And even after getting separated from life, they remain unified within the quantum level. Vitalism teaches us that the final basis of all process in the organism is the vital principle. Illness is an affection of the life power and is expressed by disturbance of the movement and sensibility, etc. Healing takes place as a rule through the organism itself. Treatment should have primarily as it is to maintain as its aim to maintenance of those forces needed by the organism to heal. So what we do with the symptoms, with the symptoms we are trying to unify the medicine symptoms. Drug when administered produces an alteration in the sensation and function of the organism. It does so because transmitting its special quality to act on the qualitative aspect of the life force. Our medicine, it is acting on the qualitative aspect, not on the quantitative aspect. It doesn't matter how many globules you are swallowing or you are transmitting. Restoration of the health from the changed state to healthy state thus can be achieved only by removing the immaterial disease producing power. Swami Vivekananda expresses, we forget that it is the cause that produces the effect. The effect cannot come of itself. This is very important understanding from the Swami Vivekananda. An outward expression of the sum total of symptoms are the only window to observe the internal disorder. This is the Hahnemannian thoughts on the totality of expressions. Outward expression of the sum totals of symptoms are the only window to observe the internal disorder. Thus, all concept which leads to understand the dynamic dynamic disease and dynamic medicines can only serve as the ultimate principle in the medicines. We are in search, world is moving towards, Hahnemann has moved towards it quite earlier, still it is not being accepted, but they have to move an ultimate principle of the medicine. These medicines need not to be administered only through the mouth or material routes. They serve the purpose as soon as they come in contact with each other. At the immaterial plane, nothing material is required. This concept also gave birth to the concept of distant administration of medicines through the natural belonging of the patient. Today, science is venturing to explore the realm that has been foretold. Now I am giving you some scientific explanations about how that when things are separated, they remain unified. In 1982, an experiment by a team of physicists in France has confirmed the idea of transcendence in quantum physics. The experiment conducted by Alien Aspect and collaborators proved that two quantum particles emitted from the same source remain instinctively correlated. So science has proved when the things are getting separated, they remain unified as long as the quantum particles are existing. When a change is made in one particle instantly, the other particles is affected similarly. So when we put the medicines in one part here, it gets received by the patients. When there is no signal in space-time to meditate their connections, where there exists instance connections between the correlation quantum object that is responsible for their signal-less action at the distance. So no signal is required. No signal required. It already get transferred. So although I am not born, this is Bhagavad Gita, and my transcendental body never deteriorates, although I am the Lord of all living entities, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. This is the word of the Krishna written in the Bhagavad Gita. And subject of medicines, when it is separated from spirituality, remains only a science of the dead body. So, do we want to make a treatment for the dead body, or we have to treat the alive body? So when we have to treat the alive body, we have to think about the spirituality also, because medicines without the spirituality is not a medicine. And Dr. Hahnemann has rightly discovered the scientific approach, philosophical approach, by unifying the concept of the potentized medicines to treat the vital principle, to remove the miasma. Life is divine. As such, all attempts to study it has to be done within its nature. So our study has to be done on the, not on this physical plane. All homeopathic understanding, it depends on the divinity plane. So life goes on. Whether you choose to move and to take a chance, it is unknown. Or stay behind, locked in the past, thinking of what it could be, couldn't have been. So keep understanding, keep trying. This is the only way, only thing you have in your hand. Nothing can be done, nothing can be removed. You are always separated with each other. We are unified with each other. My life isn't perfect, but I am grateful to you all. Thank you very much for listening to me for the today's sessions. Thank you very much. So friends, I have many people didn't like this lecture and they have left. Naturally, the subject needs more understanding and more consciousness. So I feel we all have tried to. My concept was only to give you the views and idea about what is going to be, what has to be understood for. Until you reach to this level of understanding, the practice of homeopathy will not become the natural practice. So now the time is for some questions. We have more time today. We can give answers. Whoever want to raise some questions to me.
इसको बंद कर देना, बंद कर देना।